Every student applying for a student visa to Germany after November 2022 will need an APS certificate. Arrange all the required documents before time. For this, apply as early as possible. Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video. We will discuss in detail about APS certificates, when to apply, what all things to keep in mind, and what all documents you will be requiring for it. APS certificate is basically a proof of the authenticity of your education documents you acquired in India. Step 1. So before doing anything related to your APS certificate, you can check your eligibility at apsindia.day, and it will automatically provide to which university or which type of master programs or bachelor programs you can apply. It is very simple. There is a link for check your eligibility right in the first page of apsindia.day. You can check your eligibility there. When to apply for this is one of the most important question, even though it is a document which is very important for your visa purpose, student visa purpose, but it is very much recommended to get it as early as possible. So when you are planning your academic studies in Germany, so at the same time, if you have all your documents ready with you, apply for your APS certificate, because at the time of the time goes up, more students will apply for the visa, more students will apply for the APS certificate as well. So get it done as early as possible. How much time it will take to process? So they are suggesting in 3 to 4 weeks by maximum. They will process everything and give you the certificate by courier. If they have approved your documents, you will get 5 copies of APS certificate by courier to your address. In sometimes it can be delayed more than 4 weeks. It is the case where you are called for an interview. And is it like everyone will be called for an interview? No. The interview mainly happens for students who are in the middle of their degree. Like for example, you are applying at your final semester for a master's program. So then you will be called for an interview to check your skills and eligibility in the particular course you are pursuing, your education level and the understanding about that particular subject. That will be interviewed, and this if you undergo an interview session, then the time period to get your APS certificate will be delayed for another 2 weeks. So once your APS verification process is completed, then they will let you know by your personal account you created in the apsindia.day, and the notification will come that it is have been approved, and a copy of the certificates will be sent to you by courier. Generally, they send 5 copies of this certificate. If you need extra, it will cost you 500 rupees extra for each copy. And how much the entire process will cost you? It will cost you 18,000 rupees for all the process, which is non-refundable. Once you apply for it, you don't have the provision. You have no provision to call it back. You are not allowed to do so. And if you did the payment, it is not refundable at any cost. Another general question is that do you have to submit your original copies of the certificate or a notarized copy? So a normal copy of any normal soft copy of your certificates are enough. You don't have to submit any original copy. But if you have converted the certificate's original language from your regional language to German or English, so basically if your certificate was in your regional language and you converted it to English or German, then you have to provide a notarized copy of those certificates for your APS process. You have to submit your German or English language certificate. Actually, no. You don't have to get validated this certificate, but if you submit these certificates, APS team will definitely validate the authenticity of those certificates if you want to do so. What if you don't have your degree certificate yet with you? You can still submit your provisional certificate to validate, but the provisional certificate should not be more than 1 year of date. In the documents list of bachelor students who are applying for a bachelor program or a master's program, TestAS certificate has been included. TestAS certificate is required for those students who haven't completed their bachelor's, what they are doing in India and pursuing for or looking for doing a bachelor's again in Germany. So they have to submit a test academic studies, that is TestAS certificate, which check your skills and ability in the particular field of study you want to do. So once you have all enough information like what is APS, what all documents you need. So I also said you may need a TestAS certificate if you are in the middle of doing your bachelor's. So know about what all documents extra you need and whether you have to translate your original documents to English or German, whether you have to get notarized. So once you are ready with all the information, now you have to arrange all the documents which are needed to do the final application or the process. The next step is you registering yourself in the APS India.day portal in order to get the application form downloaded. So for the application form, they will ask you to first register an account with a username, password, etc. general thing. Then you have to give your personal details like address and all the whereabouts. Then also you have to give mainly the education details, and please don't be very careful about this and give us same instructions and the information in your certificates in the education related questions. And they will also ask for a TestAS details. So TestAS certificate, if you have one, the details regarding its validity and when did you apply for that or appear for that exam, those will be asked, and you are supposed to give the information regarding all that. Then it goes to take you to the payment, and the payment is, as I said before, it is 18,000 rupees, and which is not refundable. So once this entire process is done, you will get an application form along with a receipt of your payment. These two documents are again very important while you courier all your documents along with other documents. Once your application form is ready, you get this printed out and you have to sign this application form along with other documents. So what are the other documents? In other documents, you will need a passport size photo, an Aadhaar card with a phone number linked to it. Then you will need the application form which is signed by you, the receipt, the fee receipt at APS center. You will need your passport, the certificate from 10th grade, 12th grade, certificate of your bachelor's. If you have provisional certificate, that, and if you have a TestAS certificate, you have to submit that as well. Then also the German or English certificate, if you have that, you can submit that as well. So these are the 9 important documents you have to submit by courier to the APS office, and these are the certificate that will be validated by them. So by language certificate, I mean whatever language certificate your university want or your course of study is recommending, either the certificate of German or English. So you have to submit any of these, whatever they are asking for. And please keep in mind from after the coming of APS certificate and everything, MOI, the medium of instruction, is no more accepted for visa processing to Germany from India. So you have to get your IELTS or German certificates done before you apply for your master's or bachelor's program here. Also keep in mind that the checklist for the certificates of students at different education level is different. The certificates that a +2 student have to submit is different from what a postgraduate student have to submit, and there is more things an exchange student have to submit. So there is a particular section for checklist of documents in the Academic Evaluation Center, also the APS India.day portal. So carefully take your set of documents from that. So that's what's all about APS certificate. I hope you had enough information. If you have any further doubts, you can always text us and we will reply as early as possible. And thanks for watching. Have a nice day.